This episode of the ZuLoo Poodcast is sponsored by ZuLoo Inc., a benefit corporation dedicated to the goal of universal access to toilets, hygiene, clean water and sanitation through the power of social enterprise. Learn more at ZuLoo.com.
So you would actually, it was a little thing.
So they were little flowers. No, they were little flowers. You put them up in your nose.
You just stick them up in there.
So you just keep them somewhere close and then shove them up your nose.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's one way.
Yeah, you put the nose gate. Oh, no, it says to your nose. So you just smell it.
Okay.
You're not
But it was a better image to say you put them up your nose.
You don't have an
Just
insert.
two beautiful flowers coming out of your nostrils. That's a great image.
Yeah, just do one at a time.
Welcome to the ZuLoo Poodcast, where we talk all things poop, toilets, and sanitation. Through insightful news, impact stories, and quirky humour, we aim to discuss and highlight the critical role toilets play in whisking poop out of our lives, the impact toilets have, or lack thereof, in the health and wellness of humanity, and what ZuLoo is doing to help solve the current global sanitation crisis.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the ZuLoo Poodcast. Excited to have you listening in for another week. I'm excited every week. I say that every episode, I realize, but it's just because I can't, there's no other emotion to describe how I feel about you listening. So thank you for being
excited,
here.
folks.
I'm
truly
excited. I'm thrilled and pumped. I don't know.
This is the highlight of the week, right? I mean,
it's always fun to come in and have a conversation. Yeah.
I mean,
talk sanitation.
My week used to start on like Monday, but now it starts on Tuesday because that's the day
That's when your soul comes alive with the ZuLoo Poodcast.
That's when the ZuLoo Poodcast hits the airwaves, and then
And then the world's really partying.
Yeah, and then your anticipation for the next week. It's like every Tuesday, 2 a.m.
There we are.
We're hitting the
set your alarm just for 2 a.m. for the episode to come in. Yeah.
You can set your clock by it. Yeah.
Rearrange your schedules and calendars, people.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, 2 a.m.
Circle that calendar. Poodcast.
I love it. Well, today we have a super awesome episode. Darren and I got the opportunity to talk to Dr. Pathak, who is just a superstar. I mean,
the soldier of sanitation.
Soldier of sanitation.
That's why I wore my
your Army, combat green.
My combat green soldier of sanitation. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I can see that.
Feel the vibe of.
You
Dr.
need a
Pathak.
ZuLoo patch.
I know. I need a little.
Yeah.
Little sticker.
You need a bunch of patches.
A little ZuLoo sticker.
I love it. Well, Dr. Pathak is awesome. You'll hear his interview a little later on, of course, after our Poo-News. But before we hop into Poo-News even, I don't know if
Kelsey's
either of you... I've got a surprise that
this was not planned.
Waited months because I kept forgetting every week that, we come into studio. But either of you ever done a white elephant gift exchange at Christmas time?
Many times, but I don't think I ever got anything that exciting.
Oh, well, this was just fate. I got it. Happened to be my best friend's gift that she brought to the gift exchange.
No, I thought you actually went out and looked for this on Amazon and bought it. No, you didn't.
This is just the ZuLoo gods blessing us.
Oh, just came out of the ether.
Just came out of the White Elephant gift exchange from Christmas 2022. It's
what is
called Learn a Lot While You're on the Pot.
You know what? That's amazing because a lot of people, I'm not one of them, but a lot of people like to spend as much time as possible sitting there.
It's true.
And if they're not checking the scores or scrolling through Instagram, they could be learning something.
So I thought, we're not on the pot right now, though maybe we should get some toilet kind of chairs.
Metaphorically, we are.
Metaphorically, welcome to the serene space of
most
the
people
podcast bathroom.
Most people probably listen to the Poodcast on the pot too.
That's also true.
And I found out Elon Musk, most of his tweeting he does in the bathroom.
I'd heard that. Yeah.
And
that's when he's most inspired.
Yeah, he's most inspired. So I try to follow his footsteps.
I love it. Well, I thought I'd read us some fun facts. I don't know, we've learned something.
I'm excited.
Some of them are bathroom related. Others are not, but I tried to pick out some fun potty ones.
Okay.
So this is gross facts about medieval bathrooms. There is a warning to our listeners, says do not read this whilst eating.
Okay, so put
it
down.
Put it down. Step away, turn away, whatever you need. I don't know what's on here. I haven't pre-read, so we're just all going to be in for a surprise.
Just put down the fries and the burger.
This also says, whilst on the subject, don't eat in the bathroom. That's just gross, which I concur. Yeah, we agree.
Try not to do that.
Okay, so 1, chamber pots were used to collect all the poop and wee overnight. In the morning, the waste was thrown out of the window into the street. Some people had the horrible job of clearing the muck in the streets. Yuck. Okay, that seems obvious. Nosegays, also called tusi-musi's, were small posses of flowers and herbs designed to mask the stench in the street. When you got to a smelly bit, you put the nosegay in your nose and sniffed the beautiful aroma of the flowers. But did that actually work? Well, that surprises me that you'd put flowers actually in your nose walking down the street.
Well, isn't that why, for some reason, I remember hearing, or maybe seeing this in a movie, like, that's kind of why they started putting them right here in their,
like
that
in
might
your
not be true
pocket
at
square
all.
pocket.
But yeah, just to have a flower accessible in case you're
Just like
walking
that?
by like
That makes
someone's
sense.
morning toss out and just be like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
I can walk through this.
Well, you know you've seen the pictures of like the Black Plague, and
Right.
you got the I don't know what's the
Well, the masks you stuff
the
with
mask
something.
with the beak
Yeah, yeah.
was filled with all these, like, I think it was posies or different
herbs and things like that.
and that was sort of thought to prevent transmission of disease or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that where that's
Kind of like, mask nowadays, but
Yeah.
references the nursery rhyme, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Right.
Isn't that about the
Exactly.
It is about
Yeah,
the Black
yeah.
Plague. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
Wow, this book is amazing.
I
Keep
know, we're
going.
learning- okay, moss and I just read that in
wait,
Spanish. Okay.
So you would actually, it was a little thing.
So
that
they
you
were little
attached to your
flowers.
nose,
No,
or you
they
put
were
them up
little
in your
flowers.
nose?
You put them up in your
You
nose.
just stick
So you
them up
just
in
keep them
Yeah.
somewhere close and then shove them
Yeah.
up your nose.
Yep.
there. Okay. Oh, that's one way.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
put the nosegay. Oh no, it says to your nose, so you just smell it.
Okay.
You're not
But
putting
it was a better image to say you put them up your nose.
You don't have to
Just
insert.
two beautiful flowers coming out of your nostrils. That's a great image.
Yeah, just do one at a time, and then you switch.
Yeah.
So you can still breathe a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. But moss and hay were used in place of toilet paper.
Hmm.
Moss, that would be better than hay.
Moss.
I can't.
Well, it depends on the
either
moss,
one.
right?
It depends
Some
on the moss.
is
I mean, it
kinda
seems like
You want a
stringy.
moist
It would
moss.
fall apart.
That's true.
It wouldn't.
You'd
stick
have to
together.
bunch it together.
Maybe you use both.
Yeah,
Do a little bit of hay
and then make it
with some
softer
moss
with the
on
moss.
top. Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay. Public baths were the norm in the 13th century. You needed a fire to heat the water, and that required wood and took a lot of effort. So people used to bath in public and use water that someone else had used before them. Makes
Ew.
sense.
Mm.
Ew, but makes sense. Urine and ash from a fire were mixed together and used as a detergent to wash clothes.
Well, okay, that actually makes sense because isn't there a lot of ammonia in urine,
And yeah,
Yeah.
and so that could actually clean somehow. But that seems really counterintuitive.
Hmm.
I don't know.
what they do, you just don't want to use any bleach after that,
Yeah.
or with that. Not that they had that going on. Anyway, last one. Bath time happened only 4 to 6 times a year. Water came from a well and had to be heated on fire. Rumor has it that the Queen Elizabeth I only bathed once a year.
Like on her birthday?
Christmas.
When would you
Christmas.
choose? If you could only bathe once a year, what date would you choose?
Middle of summer,
Oh, yeah.
4th of
Good
July.
choice.
especially like in England where it's wet and damp, especially like in the winters. Blah, blah, blah.
I think I might choose the end of summer.
End
I
of
just let
summer.
all my sweaty.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
you're
because
hot and
like
sticky.
September for us here in Utah can get, I think we had a couple 90-degree days.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
true.
hot. Yeah.
It was so hot.
When I hear things like that, it makes me wonder how the human race still exists. Like, I
That's a
just
good
can't imagine
question.
getting close to anyone who's only bathed once a year. Like,
So you're talking procreation
Yes,
wise. How
yes.
could that be sexy enough?
amen. Or like, and I'm sure they didn't brush their teeth. How was
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
kissing anyone else?
These are really good questions.
Yeah, it's
Well, you see these like
Interesting.
period pieces where they show like that they got all the powder on
Yeah.
to kind of cover everything up, and then I've heard.
But there's a
know,
point where all that
teeth
stuff
were-
There's
comes
less
off and
amounts
then-
of love in the past, I think, than there are
teeth
now.
were kind of a bad. They didn't. There was no teeth care
Yeah.
back then, right? Either. So
Lucky if you had teeth, I guess.
like if you had them,
Maybe you just wish somebody didn't have teeth.
Ugh,
I don't know.
either way.
Things we'll
Yeah.
find out when we're dead, maybe.
Yeah.
I love it. Well,
Yeah.
Got a
Karen,
lot of questions for Queen Elizabeth I.
Yeah.
once a year. Okay.
And was that a gradual increase, do you think? Or was there a time somebody was like, listen, we've got better access to water now. It's time that we all start bathing. Was that when the discovery of the germ came around? Like, I'm interested in that part of
Yeah.
history.
We need a historian.
We need a historian. Well,
research that, return and report.
I
Yes.
shall
We need some
probably
follow-up.
not do that, but I will try to remember.
Yeah, more research out of London we need to do.
Maybe
Yeah.
Hardcore History has a piece and I can find something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Anyway, Darren, what's happening in the Poo News?
Well, the Poo-News, we're talking about Dr. Pathak, Mr. Soldier of Sanitation, right? And I thought we'd highlight kind of how far toilets have come, right? We've got, he, of course, has designed a toilet system that has been really replicated all over India, has done just a phenomenal job at, I went to his World Toilet Museum
Cool.
a few years ago, and that's how I became acquainted. And it's the same system, but they've got so many different designs. I mean, he's got all kinds of toilets that you can imagine. Outdoor toilets, porta potties, different high tech, low tech. It's a great. If you're happen to go through New Delhi,
Yeah.
you need to stop in at the
The
Toilet Museum. Just Google it. That's great. But anyway, what I thought I'd do is show you these. I don't know if you've ever done like a remodel, but this is kind of a cool classic toilet from the 1970s, right?
Well, it's kind of off the ground there.
Yeah, kind of an avocado
Mhm.
colored, right? I mean, is this something that you would mind having, or is this something that
I can see that color being popular.
do you think that would be kind of a cool
And
retro?
I
I mean,
like
the
that
bathroom
it-
looks kind of dated, got the carpet on the floor.
Oh,
Oh,
I
that I
hate
can't do. I
carpeted
can't do.
bathrooms.
No.
Yeah, this is fully carpeted floor.
Oh,
and,
No.
right up to the tub.
Yeah.
It's like somebody. Anyway,
No, I could see it'd be a cute color in
I think-
somebody who wanted a very modern.
I think it could be really cool.
Yeah.
so I'll show you how they redid it. We'll put a picture of this up on the website, but this is how they redid it. They just took this. They kept the same toilet in there, but then they
Oh my God.
See, yeah, that's cute.
they totally redid the.
It looks a little disorienting. You might get dizzy in there.
Yeah, they just put in these same colored stripes in there, and
Stripes on the floor, on the tub, on the wall. I imagine those are on the ceiling. And that same avocado color.
Yeah.
Avocado white.
avocado white. Yeah, so it could be cool.
Could be cool. Kind of like had an uncle who lived in Price for a portion of his life, and he lived in the oldest house, and his bathroom was full baby pink.
Yeah.
The tub, the walls, the toilet, the sink,
Yeah.
and I just remember as a little girl being in there and being like, "Wow,
Yeah.
where did I just step into the most magical
Barbie's bathroom.
It's all pink, but it wasn't like a cute pink. It was like that. It was like that kind of 40s bubblegum pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like really bright pink. It's sort of a
Grandma Parker
Yeah.
had one of those.
Yeah.
And she
you know what I'm
had
talking about.
the like on the bathtub floor, the gritty, to give your feet traction so you wouldn't slip. They were like big, huge flowers, but it felt like sandpaper. So when you
Yeah.
sat down, like your poor little bottom was just like being
in the
rubbed off.
bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
non-slip stuff. Yeah, I remember
Yes.
my grandma had
Those were
those too.
so
I think those were pretty
uncomfortable.
popular. They slap them in the tub. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
They did not feel good.
Yeah. I don't think they kid tested those things.
No.
It's like sitting down. No. Yeah. My grandma had one of those too. Yeah, it seems like that's a typical grandma toilet, right?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like
Pink.
got the little carpet. You got fully
Yeah.
carpeted because who wants to
And the
step out onto a cold floor?
and the
let's carpet
carpeted
it.
seat cover, like
And the
over
carpet-
the lid of the toilet.
Oh,
I know. I never got that.
Oh, you guys, I have to show you this bathroom set that my friend sent me the other day because we were just joshing around, sending each other stupid links to things we found on Amazon. And she sent me this. It's so good.
While you're looking that up, I am in the middle of 2 bathroom remodels.
Wow.
Oh,
So
so this is some ideas for you.
yes, I was going to say this is very helpful.
This is also an idea for you, Jocelyn.
let's see.
if you
oh my.
Whoa, that's like a safari.
Okay, people, we are looking at a mural. Oh no, that's a shower curtain. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. It's a full spread of a lion family, right? Lions on the toilet, lions in front of the toilet, lions in front of the bathtub.
Is that a seat cover that is?
Yeah.
that is
It's
lion
a full
print?
set. So you get a shower curtain, a toilet seat cover,
Hmm.
a toilet mat. So the mat that goes in front of your toilet, and a bath mat. But what you're also not seeing, which I'll, we'll show a picture of this for our viewers. But for our listeners, what's also on the shower curtain, sandwiched between the lion and the lioness, is a beautiful, scantily clad woman.
Oh,
in
screams
jewels.
classy. Yes.
And yeah,
yes,
it's just,
love
it's really tasteful.
Yeah. Yes.
I just
I mean,
saw the
this-
lions. I didn't see what you just
Well, you have to
described,
look a little closer,
Yeah.
Okay.
but she's sort of stroking one of the lions. It's like, it's a little sultry.
And the lion
Okay.
is stroking her.
Yeah. The messages of power.
but- Yeah.
Yeah. It's something you want to
It's very
wake up and
primal.
look at in the
Mhm.
morning.
Yeah.
Connect with your feminine.
Well, Jack Sim told us we got to make toilets sexy, right? So this is part of that.
Somebody
mission,
is
right?
just on the
That's
mission.
someone's version.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, lots of home renovation ideas for you. Send us a picture, Jocelyn, when you're done with yours.
Will do.
So Jocelyn, since I'm glad you're doing this remodel because these are all great ideas that you can like incorporate
Yes.
immediately, right? So this also Kohler is obviously one of the largest manufacturers of toilets in the country, and they're coming out with it's a $7,000 smart toilet that has that's connected to Amazon Alexa. So
Oh, wow.
you can sit there and order.
Amazon. So if you need toilet paper and you're out of
Yeah.
toilet paper,
You can
If
order it right there.
you can add that to your list.
And
right
Alexa
away.
can listen to
Yeah. So if you're
every-
Hulk Hogan, you ran out of toilet
Yeah,
paper, don't go to
that's
toilet.
right. That's
Just say,
right.
Alexa, I need toilet paper. But this is oh wait, this is playing a video. Sorry. But anyway, it's got a backlight. It lights up the floor. It's
Cool.
Plays music.
Does
It's,
it have bidet features?
a built-in bidet.
That's nice.
And it's full ambient mood lighting, heated seat, warm water cleansing, automatic dryer, automatic lid opening, closing, flushing.
That's the real
Bluetooth
treat.
enabled.
An automatic lid opener closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never
So
have
as,
to
wipe your
as you
hand
touch
every
approach the
now and
toilet,
touch
it just
anything.
opens up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
This is the Numi 2.0. So maybe you should put in one of those.
Well, it's too late, but that does sound amazing. We did order some fancy bidet, like the aftermarket things that you put on the
Right,
toilet that plug
right.
in, but they were so big. I was like, I don't think my girls can sit on these. Like
yeah.
their legs barely touch the floor anyway, and I was like, sitting on top of
Yeah.
that, they're going to be like 6 inches off the floor. And then I thought, when I have guests over, I don't want to sit there and explain to them how this works. It had a remote control. It was it was a little over the top. I need a slimmed down version of that.
Mm.
And that still sounds too fancy.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
am, a bidet is, I'm so sold
All our
on
friends
that.
at Omigo sell one.
That's right. And
Um,
I should mention that we've recently launched the ZuLoo Marketplace on our
Oh.
website.
That's right.
And we have partnered with several dozen people, I say companies, that one of which is Lux Bidet, who they sell like a wide variety, like 40 different varieties of bidets that you can actually attach to your existing toilet,
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't, so you can go, crazy, fancy, or just really simple.
Mhm.
But anyway, but yeah, the ZuLoo Marketplace is a place where we have different categories like, toilet paper, like Who Gives a Crap. We partnered with Who Gives a Crap. You can,
Spring. What was it? The
The
party.
party selection.
yeah,
Party collection.
this actually is their party collection.
So cute.
And,
So cute.
I want it.
Yeah, you could just, you don't need lion prints. You just put
Yeah,
a bunch of this in
that's
there.
right.
It's true.
But yeah, you can fancy up your bathroom. But anyway, yeah, you should go check out the marketplace we'll put a link to that in our show notes. But
And you'll never want to shop anywhere else for bathroom products because you know
Yeah.
that if they're on the ZuLoo Marketplace, we really like the company. We like the product.
Yeah.
We know that it's going to support safe sanitation and
There-
areas. So
There are things on there you don't know that you want,
It's
but
true.
you do
That's
want
right.
them. So go check it
yeah,
out.
we have pet products on there. Like poop bags
Right.
for dogs, and we have feminine hygiene products on there. So lots of different variety of things. If it has to do with the bathroom or toilet, likely you'll find it on the ZuLoo Marketplace.
all
And
the things we're about.
everything that's sold on the ZuLoo Marketplace, a portion goes toward the ZuLoo Humanitarians building toilets. So anyway, that's something we've been trying to work on for a while, and finally we're there. And
Yay.
so yeah, what we obviously doing different kind of promotions on there too. So you can send us your email and we'll let you know about those. But anyway, that's something that's happening.
All right.
Right on.
The first bidet is going to be purchased by this girl.
That's
There you go.
right.
There you
Love
go.
it. Cool.
Awesome.
Well, I think without further ado, we ought to jump into our discussion with Dr. Pathak. Well, Dr. Pathak, welcome to the ZuLoo Poodcast. We're just so honored to have you on. It's amazing to be able to speak with you today and to just get to learn from your wisdom. I would love it if you could share with our audience a little bit about your personal history. You founded ZuLab International, and that's just taken off and been incredible. How did that journey begin for you?
Actually, I belong to a native village that is in Bihar, one of the states in India, and that to the district of Vaishali, a place where Lord Buddha lived for many, many years to attain the knowledge. And also the one Lord Mahavira, who was from the Jain religion. So both were born in Vaishali. And the first democratic republic in the world, it started from Vaishali. So I am from the native village.
And how did your work with sanitation begin? Because that's what primarily what ZuLab International has worked so hard for. How did that
Yes.
journey begin for you?
Actually, in my village, we had all three problems. One, defecation in the open. No house had a toilet inside, rich or poor alike. And second was that there are some bucket toilets of the lords. We call it Jamindar in India. So they had some bucket toilets cleaned by untouchables. And when I used to go to school, I used to see them, but that was in the other village. And untouchability and social discrimination was also existing at that time. So once I touched an untouchable lady, and for that matter, my grandmother forced me to swallow cow dung, cow urine, to drink cow urine, and she put a lot of Ganges water to purify me. So that was the first experience I had in the village. But when I will grow, then I will do this, or I will encounter to solve all the problems I never thought. And when I grew, I started college education. I wanted to be a teacher in the University of Patna, in Bihar, but could not happen. So I became a school teacher, very beginning of the career, did a small jobs, and I was trying to find a suitable job for me. So I was going from one place to another in anticipation to get a job. Finally, I was going to have my admission in the other university of Sagar to get a degree in criminology. And while I was going, I got down from the train in the junction to have a cup of tea. And two persons known to me, they came to buy newspapers from the vendors. So they saw me and we talked, and then finally they overpowered me and took out my luggage from the train and brought to me in a society which was formed to celebrate the birth centenary of Mahatma Gandhi. The centenary year was 1969, but it was uh, composed earlier for making preparations of the celebrations. So when I joined there, then my general secretary asked me that these were the dreams of Mahatma Gandhi to restore the human rights and dignity of untouchables who used to play night soil. And they had to face insults, humiliation, and drudgery. Although they were doing good work, had not the clean toilets, people would have died because of cholera epidemics. But society gave them this award. People could touch in India, people could touch and can touch dogs, keep in the house, even on the bedroom or on the bed. But they will not touch a human being called untouchables. So my journey began from there. And this is coincidence that Mahatma Gandhi started his freedom movement from Champaran, again a district in Bihar. And I also started my restoration of human rights and dignity of untouchables from Champaran. So I went and lived in the colony of untouchables for 3 months. Because it was taught to us in sociology that build a rapport with the communities for which you want to work. So in that society where I'm living, when you find morning, a newly married girl, she was being forced by the in-laws to go to Betia town to clean bucket toilets. She was crying bitterly, not ready to go. I was in the neighbor. So I went and intervened and asked, if she's not willing, why do you force? So mother-in-law asked me, I ask one question from you. If you can reply, I can leave her. I said, please ask. So she said, or she asked, what she will do from tomorrow? If she sells vegetables, who will buy from this hand, her hand? This was a tragic situation in India that once you are born untouchable, you will die as untouchable. There is no question of escape. In other castes, if you are born, you could escape, but not in this caste. After a few days, we were going to have a cup of tea in the market, and a boy wearing red shirt, he was attacked by the bull. People rushed to save him. But somebody shouted from the crowd, oh, he belonged to untouchables colony. Everybody left. Can you imagine the society? Can we talk on the religion and caste and others to save a boy? We took him to hospital and the boy died. We could not save him. So there I took a vow to fulfill the dreams of Mahatma Gandhi. While I was living in that colony, I was married very early, at the age of 22 only. So nowadays in India, it has become a crime. But at that time, my wife was 16 years old. I was 22 years. So when I went to my in-law's house, my father-in-law started shouting at me. Oh, what are you doing? You have destroyed the life of my daughter. I thought you would do something good work. And people asked me, what the son-in-law was doing. What should I tell them? That leave untouchables and clean the toilets? I assured him. And then he said, had not been Brahmins, you must have heard about the caste system in India. The Brahmins are the top and the untouchables are the bottom. So, had not been Brahmins, we would have married my daughter to somebody else. In Bihar, we are not supposed to speak in high raised voice with elders. So, first, low voice, I said, look, I have started fulfilling the dreams of Mahatma Gandhi and to turn the pages of history of India. So now I cannot leave it. Fortunately, this is a conclusion I will tell you later on, but fortunately, in my lifetime, both has happened.
Yeah, that was the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, was it not, to eradicate that caste system in India, right? That was one of the objectives.
Yes. Actually, Gandhi never liked the caste system. And there were two personalities. One, Mahatma Gandhi, the biggest, one of the world's personality, and Dr. Ambedkar, who did his MBA and other degrees. He got PhD from Columbia University. So both have different views. Gandhi used to say, caste system is okay, but not the untouchability and social discrimination. Whereas Dr. Ambedkar was of the opinion that no, the caste system should go. This is the root of the cause of untouchability. And there is a book of Dr. Ambedkar, Annihilation of the Caste System. So he rightly asked this question that Gandhi was also concerned about the caste system, but most about the untouchability and social discrimination. I have developed a new theory. I will tell you later on, because the other things you may ask. So that is a horizontal theory of caste system. Because at present, the theory is vertical. The Brahmins at the top, Kshatriyas the second, Vaishyas in the third, and Shudras in the fourth. So I have given a horizontal theory that all are equal. I got this idea from a couple from the UK. They came to discuss with me the untouchability and social discrimination. And the gentleman asked a question from me that son of a Brahmin becomes a Brahmin. This is not good in a society, in the country. And he also discussed about the problems of untouchability and social discrimination.
Yeah, it seems like the toilet, is it not, is a great equalizer because everyone does it, right? And here the untouchables were providing such a valuable service to society to remove it, but yet it became their, they were looked down upon for it. But as far as toilets go, I mean, it seems like, thankfully toilets have come a long way as far as technology and implementation. We still have a long ways to go, obviously. But how did you start Subla International? Maybe you can give us a background on how you started in that, started the organization, and then later, hopefully, tell us how the toilet museum came about.
Yes, I will come to you. Now, I invented the technology while I was living in the untouchables colony, because I got time and person who gave me this concept. He was also working in that committee. So he gave me a book published by WHO. And there they have concluded with this that out of heterogeneous mass of Latin designs produced over the world, Pit Privy emerges as most universal and applicable type. Nobody can believe that these 4 or 5 sentences left a deep mark in my memory. And at that time, I had no literature, but certainly I studied soil chemistry and health engineering and so on and so forth. I invented the technology. By that time, to end this practice, by that time, the centenary committee was over. So the chief minister of Bihar at the time was Daroga Prasad Rai, and the minister was Shatrughan Prasad Singh. So they asked me that social programs cannot be implemented by the government or the NGO alone. So they both can work together, then the program may be successful. So now your committee is going to wind up. So have another NGO and we will recognize. So that is the beginning of the beginning. That in 1970, I founded Sanitation movement. That in Britain, it happened in 1840 by Edwin Chadwick. He also had started a movement in England. So that after this, I was asking for the grant. So one officer in India we call IAS, Indian Administrative Service. Rameshwar Nath was his name. So he asked me, "Oh, don't take grant. You have asked for $1,000. You will get it. The next year, finance department will raise many objections. And again, you reply after 1-2 years. So better you take money for the construction of the toilets. And whatever money is saved, out of that, you run the whole movement." So on this basis, because this is a long time activity takes, I am cut short, that first work we got from the Ahra municipality, that is called Bihar again, and the freedom fighter was Ram Vilas Singh, an advocate, and the officer was R.K. Mishra. So they gave me, that day I became so frustrated because I took a loan from the people, 50,000 rupees at that time, and I wanted to commit suicide. So that day it became very, very strong feeling in my body or in mind. That day, they gave me 500 rupees. I had to build a 2 toilet as a demonstration in the municipal compound of Ara. And that is the beginning. The story started unfolding. And my file in the Department of Government, Bihar, they sanctioned that project that for whole Bihar, I got the work. Then, Patna Municipal Corporation, which is again in Bihar, so they asked me that we have problems of defecation in the open. And there is no toilet at railway stations, bus stops, marketplaces, religious and tourist places. And people of the country, and especially the foreigners, they are discouraged to come to India because of no sanitation facilities. So they asked me, I will give you land for the construction and also the amount of money, but I will not give you money for the maintenance of the toilet. So they asked me to charge the money and out of proceeds, maintain the toilet. So the second in sanitation, The first was a household toilet, and second came the public toilet. And that I started 10 paise, he and cry, jokes around the talk of the town. Oh, we'll have to pay for the use of that. Never said what for what. But they, oh, you will go to toilet, you have to pay. A small coin, 10 paise at those times. So, idea worked very well. Toilet, bathroom, wash machine, and the most the soap powder to clean hands, because Indians use water for ablution. And the most important thing, which has made successful this program, is the attendance round the clock. If you build a toilet and leave this country, after few months it will be finished. So the second piece I did. And in continuity, I also invented the technology of how you can get the biogas for human mosquito. And that gas you can use for cooking, burning lamp, for converting into energy, a street light. And the water also discharged, it treated so well that now you cannot show to your listeners, audience, but this I show you, that this is the water from the public toilet. So clean. So it has fertilizer value, manual, so don't discharge it. And you can use for cleaning house, hands and toilets. And if discharge your bodies, there is no chance of pollution. So this is, I call, circular economy in sanitation. Everything is being used, reused, and nothing is going to waste. So in sanitation sector, I have given these 3 technologies. And now India, Bangladesh earlier, then Vietnam, and then India, Honorable Prime Minister of India, then Modi ji, he gave clarion call to nation. Now every house has a toilet, has a toilet in this country. But those countries, even today, have the problem. These technologies can help them. You can provide for global application. I was in the USA a few years back. When I presented, they asked me, oh, this is the manual from mosquito. I smell for you. And they no smell. I said, this is, it again had nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, good fertilizer. So they said, oh, why not do start in America? I said, America is everything. Why in America? They said, no. We have sewage system only in urban areas. In rural, we have septic tanks. That requires cleaning frequently. And here is so it becomes manual, fertilizer. So this is better technology. So those countries who have still problems, they can use these technologies. And these technologies are free. They can't adapt anybody. And this has a relation to you earlier, I was speaking to you, was the untouchables. So I got them converted, the bucket toilets cleaned by them, gave them education, vocational training, took them to temples, were not allowed to worship their deities, took them to Ganges water to bath and have food with other people, Brahmins, others. And that Ambedkar was champion in this field. He said, unless people accept, I will not agree that untouchability has gone. So I have done everything in both sanitation sector and the untouchability sector.
Well, that's great. Not everybody has a little piece of poop on their desk.
Please.
You can smell it anytime you want, right?
Oh, yes, sure, yeah, of course. I have more here. Just see, I smell for you. They know the human is cheetah in a different form.
Uh,
Yeah. So this is a good fertilizer, good manure.
Yeah.
And it also helping to solve water. Because in flush water, flush toilet, you require 10 liters to flush per use. And here, only 1 liter water to flush. So 90 times to save water, the potable water being wasted. And also, we have no gas pipe. So though methane is not allowed to exit to the atmosphere, and that helps to reduce the global warming and hence the climate change.
I'm just so impressed with all of it, Dr. Pathak. I'm just thinking, like, okay, so yes, America has different sanitation issues, but I still see this technology as being super beneficial for countries all over the world. And I'm asking myself, why isn't this technology being used everywhere? Darren and I have a lot of conversations with different people in the sanitation space trying to figure out this very solution. How do we use all of the components of human waste? How do we recycle it to something more usable? How do we right social injustices, just as you've done? I mean, I have to pause and just say thank you, and what an incredible work you've done over your lifetime, helping people, serving the communities in bringing a greater level of equality and equity to them. Is truly so commendable. Thank you for doing that.
The important thing is, toilet is a tool of social change.
I love that. I need a bumper sticker. I need a sticker that says that toilets are for social change.
Indian conversation. So please come to India whenever you get time, and see yourself.
Oh man, we would love to. Darren's been, and I have yet to make my trip, but I remember when he came back from his first trip to India, and he'd gone to see the toilet museum and just showed me all the pictures and loved that. How does the toilet museum factor in? I don't even think people are really aware, but how did that come to be? And just, we have like 5 minutes left. I would love to hear sort of that story.
I went to see Madame Tushar Museum in London. An Englishman, very brilliant thin, he was standing, leaning towards the wall. So his eyes were not blinking. So I thought whether he was a statue or a human being. So I touched his stomach by my finger. So he shouted, "Oh, why did you touch me?" "I'm sorry, sir. Are you a human being?" "Yes, I'm a human being." And that was the beginning of the beginning. And therefore I thought, it's a very interesting museum. Why not a museum like this? So then from this, I thought I have been working on subject of toilet. There are no museum with a toilet at that time. Even today, there is no other museum. So I thought, why not to start on toilet? And the first toilet I got from the replica I got, the original they did not give me. When I went to have breakfast in Holland in a restaurant, I saw a throne of a Louis XIV. And he used to give audience while defecating. So these courtiers suggested to king, "Oh, my lord, you have people discussing with you while on food, not while defecating." So that I got from Holland, and from it started. The most important thing is there is a joke therapy from Korea. And it said, there's a picture there, that if you are in a traffic jam or in a meeting and you have a strong feel of call of nature, then what to do at the time? So you have any blunt object in your hand and you can put pressure in your left hand anti-clockwise. And if you do like 2-3 minutes, you can control. I do myself when I feel problem. So you can, for 1 to 2 hours, you can control your call of nature. And then so that is best solution if you are in traffic jam or in a meeting in the office. So this is the best thing I always, there are many good things there, but this is the best I like because this is also usable by the people and which I do myself. Not that I'm suggesting others only to do. So that is best piece in the museum.
Yeah, I'm walking away with a very valuable piece of advice here the next time I need to.
Yeah, I've got a pen. I've got a pen right here. Maybe I'll try it out.
yes, you can do like this. But don't do clockwise. Be careful. It should not be clockwise.
The clockwise makes it come faster. Is that right?
Yes, faster, yes.
Oh, okay.
Anti-clockwise.
I remember that.
And therefore, Madame Tussauds Museum is a source of inspiration of having, but I found very informative. Then a sculptor of Mexico, he came to India and asked me for tons of manual like this. So I said, what for? What will do? He said, I will make door out of it. I was surprised. So he made 22 doors out of human skita, night swell. Human feces, you can say. And 21 he took away. And one he gave us, that is in the museum. So I asked him this question, why you want this one, a door? He said, no, I want to talk about sanitation. And sanitation is a dull and drab subject. So if I start standing and talking to people about sanitation, nobody will listen. But the moment they come to see, what is this? The door, door of human mosquito, that's well. And then the story of sanitation will started unfolding. I myself went to attend one London Art of Gallery, one exhibition he did in London, and I was there. A lot of people came there. It was right. They used to come and ask, what is this? And then he used to say like this. And the story started. So sanitation is a dull and drab subject. So we'll have to convey this subject with arts, artifacts, humor, good stories, something like this. And then people can listen to you. Otherwise, if you just said, toilet, nobody is going to listen.
Well, that's so true. And so we're so thankful for you coming on the podcast and helping to spice up the conversations of sanitation, especially with all your years of experience. You know, that's really our goal here at ZuLoo, is to bring awareness to the sanitation crisis, to bring education with a taste of humor and class, knowing that this is a conversation that more people need to have, but that's difficult because it's dry and boring, and often there's a lot of stigma. So thank you for being on the show with us.
I'm thankful to you, both of you, that you have taken trouble to interview me, and this will go to around the world.
It certainly will.
Yeah, we're honored to have the soldier of sanitation on the show. That's a milestone for us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Pathak is just, like, I say this with all respect and love, reminds me of my sweet grandpa. I love talking to him because he's so wise. He has so much to say, so much life experience behind building this incredible empire in India that my understanding is now expanding into parts of Africa, which is amazing. It's just really inspiring to see the work that he's done in the area of sanitation, all that he's done to, make right some social injustices for people, especially in sanitation. I just don't have enough good things to say.
Yeah, and the whole, when he was telling us his story about how he saw that you've got the untouchables, the undesirables, the people whose job it was to go and clean up everybody's crap you
Right.
know, just became a socially outcast segment of the population. And that's something that he saw that the toilet was able to rectify. You know, it was like this
Yeah.
great equalizer of humanity, right? And I think that's why he's won the Mahatma Gandhi Peace Award, and just a super awesome guy. He's like Gandhi among us, you know.
Truly, that's what I was going to say is, you know, it feels like you think about Gandhi and his life, and sometimes that feels like ages ago, even though it wasn't. It can feel that way. But then you meet people like Dr. Pathak and you realize that we live that legacy, right, that Gandhi left is alive and well through people like Dr. Pathak, whose legacy will live on through, you know, people like his son, other like-minded folks in the sanitation and humanitarian aid efforts to keep this amazing work going. Yeah.
I was super honored to have him on the show. And when I found out, when we went to Nigeria and I met Kumar, his son, and I'm like, "What? Your dad is the soldier of sanitation?" You know, because I thought, I didn't know how to get a hold of him.
Right?
You know, I heard about him and heard, you know, but lo and behold, I run into his son, and you know, it's like, okay, I'll call Dad up. Hey, you want to get on this podcast?
I love it.
About toilets, and he was like, absolutely. You know, So we're super happy he came on.
Yeah, and that he shared his wisdom with us. It's why we do it, folks. It's why the ZuLoo Poodcast is around. It's to build connections and, you know, ultimately just amplify all the efforts that everybody around the world in the space of wash and sanitation is making. So it's pretty incredible. Thank you for listening in. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please share it with your friends, subscribe, follow us on social media, and we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the ZuLoo Poodcast. Follow us on social media at our links in the show notes below. To learn more, visit our website, ZuLoo.org. If you liked the podcast, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. For even more ZuLoo fun, send us an email with your toilet stories to podcast@ZuLoo.com for a chance to be featured on the podcast. This episode of the ZuLoo Poodcast is sponsored by ZuLoo Inc., a benefit corporation dedicated to the goal of universal access to toilets, hygiene, clean water and sanitation through the power of social enterprise. Learn more at ZuLoo.com.